I'm standing at the entrance of the old Cathedral Cemetery in the west region of Philadelphia City, on the corner of 48th Street and Lancaster Avenue. This is the first cemetery of the Diocese of Philadelphia and was opened in 1848. The Mother of Souls Church is at the entrance, and many who died here in this region during the American Civil War are buried here. I'm trying to track down the final resting place of the Taylor brothers, William and Charles, who left Drogheda sometime in the 1860s and came to America. They spent some time in New York, during which time we know they made at least one set of uilleann pipes for a piper named Kerrigan. The Taylors left New York and came here to Philadelphia, where they remained for the rest of their lives. And it is here that they made their innovative and celebrated pipes in concert pitch, which are now very sought after by uilleann pipers throughout the world. There was always a question mark on the dates of their death and where they were buried, but with the help of Michael Kelly back in Ireland, I was able to find the following information. From the Philadelphia Death Certificates Index of 1803 to 1915, a William Taylor, single, born in Ireland, aged 60, died in Philadelphia Hospital, the 27th Ward, in January of 1892 and was buried in the cemetery on January 17, 1892. Just over a year later, Charles Taylor, single, born in Ireland, died in Philadelphia on the 12th of March 1893 and was also buried in this cemetery on the 17th of March 1893. In the absence of better evidence, we suggest that these are the Taylor brothers who originally departed from Drogheda. The early records of the Cathedral Cemetery are not digitised, but with the assistance of Lewis Mestry of the Records Office, we eventually tracked down the burial records of both William and Charles Taylor. Both records are found in the Ledger Register No. 4, which holds handwritten records from 1885 to 1893. The record for William Taylor states he was 60 years old at the time of death and was buried in grave lot number 63 in the west border location of the cemetery on 19th of January 1892. The record for Charles Taylor states he was 45 years old at the time of death and was buried in grave lot number 57 in the west border location of the cemetery on the 17th of March 1893. Both graves are exactly 10 feet apart. The west border of the cemetery is this strip of land in front of the perimeter wall, known as the Poor Ground. It was donated by the church for the mass burial of those who could not afford an individual grave. With the help of local staff, we measured out the location of graves number 63 and 57, and I have marked the exact location of grave number 63 with an Irish flag, under which lies the final remains of William Taylor. The remains of his brother Charles lie exactly 10 feet away in grave number 57. It is very hard and sad to find that William and Charles Taylor were buried in a mass grave on poor ground in the cemetery in Philadelphia, but there is some consolation in the knowledge that their skilled craftsmanship produced some of the greatest instruments played by Irish musicians today and will so long into the future.